Governor Christie's inner circle faces a deadline today. His appointees are supposed to turn over information related to New Jersey's traffic jam scandal. One of the governor's aides who received a subpoena resigned Friday. Christina Genovese-Renner says she's pursuing a job in the private sector.
Meanwhile, Christie is rejecting a new claim that he knew about the lane closing incident near the George Washington Bridge. Elaine Kahano is here with the latest. Elaine, good morning.
Good morning to you, Charlie and Nora. The latest revelation comes from David Wildstein, a Christie appointee who had overseen the controversial lane closures. Wildstein resigned in December from the Port Authority, the agency in charge of the bridge. Facing the threat of prosecution, he is now turning on his former ally, suggesting that the governor wasn't forthcoming about his role in the bridge scandal.
One day after David Wildstein made his allegations, Governor Christie launched a counterattack. His office circulated an email Saturday assailing the credibility of his former classmate. Among other things, the email said Wildstein was publicly accused by his high school social studies teacher of deceptive behavior, and David Wildstein will do and say anything to save David Wildstein. Still, the possibility that the governor may have known about the lane closures was enough to subdue even one of his staunchest defenders, Rudy Giuliani.
I think the governor knows the consequences. If he's lying, it's a really bad situation. If he's not lying, then something very unfair is being done to him.
Wildstein's accusation became public in a letter sent by his lawyer on Friday, which said evidence exists tying Mr. Christie to having knowledge of the lane closures during the period when the lanes were closed. Last month, during a nearly 2-hour-long press conference, Christie repeatedly denied being involved.
I had no knowledge of this, of the planning, the execution, or anything about it. And then I first found out about it after it was over.
Wildstein's letter did not give specifics, and even the Democratic lawmaker leading the state legislature's investigation into the scandal was perplexed.
The question I had naturally is we had a subpoena out to him. If he has stuff, it should have come to the committee, so maybe this is material he doesn't have possession of.
The latest revelations overshadowed what should have been a weekend spent basking in the glow of the Super Bowl. Instead, Christie was heckled and booed. And ducked reporters' questions.
Any comment on Wildstein? Wildstein made his accusation in a letter sent to the Port Authority asking the agency to pay his legal bills. Later today, the investigative committee is expected to receive some of the thousands of pages of documents in response to subpoenas it issued last month. Charlie, Nora?
Thank you, Elaine.